America had Hawkins' lab, but Russia had something far more dangerous, a living Demogorgon. Why would a superpower risk everything to capture, feed, and even train a monster from another dimension? What did they really want? The truth is much deeper than weaponizing a creature. The Soviet experiments weren't about the Demogorgon at the beginning. Their true obsession was the gate to the upside down. Why? A gate equals access to a new dimension, an unlimited energy source, biological weapons beyond human limits, and the chance to match U.S. paranormal research. The Cold War wasn't just nuclear anymore. It became interdimensional. In Kamchatka and other secret Russian labs, scientists repeatedly tried to force open a gate. Every attempt failed until they found a different way. A natural breach in Siberia exposed what was inside, a wild demogorgon. Unlike the US, which accidentally unleashed the creature, the Russians saw something else. A soldier that never questions orders, a killing machine with no mercy, a biological weapon capable of destroying battalions. But they needed to understand it first. The Demogorgon is not just a monster, it is part of a hive mind, connected to the mind flayer and controlled across dimensions. The Russians believed they could study its biology, disconnect it from the hive mind, train it, and use its regenerative abilities to create super soldiers. And if they could control even one Demogorgon, they could change global warfare forever. When Hopper was imprisoned in Kamchatka, he witnessed the truth. The Russians weren't afraid of the Demogorgon. They were testing it. Prisoners were fed to it regularly to study feeding behavior. Electric barriers were used to test physical resistance. Combat pits were set to test its fighting patterns. This wasn't just containment, it was training. The Russians wanted the Demogorgon to become a controlled weapon. But here's the darkest theory. If Russians could control a Demogorgon, they might control the hive mind, the vines, the portals, and the mind flayer itself. A monster is useful, but controlling an entire dimension? That is world domination. So why did the Russians want the Demogorgon? Not for war. Not for science, but for control of the universe beyond ours.